Welcome in the video lecture series of operating system. Myself Avdesh Dikshit, Assistant Professor, IET, Dr. Ram Manohar Lohia, University Ayodhya. Now today's topic is multi-instance resource allocation, deadlock detection. Here we have a multi-instance resource allocation graph, and now we have to find out either the graph representing resource and processes are in deadlock state or not. Then we will here make, first of all, we will make here the table of allocation and the request, and after that we will find out how many available instances of a resource are there, and then we will test whether the system or the given resource allocation graph is in deadlock state or not deadlock state. And now look here, there are 4 resources. Resource R1 have a 4 instance, resource R2 is a 2 instance, resource R3 is a 3 instance, and resource R4 is a 3 instance. Now look here, resource R1 2 instance is assigned to the process P2. Resource R2 1 instance is assigned to the process P3. Resource R3 1 instance is assigned to the process P1, and the 2 instances assigned to the process P3. Now resource R4 1 instance is assigned to the process P2 and 2 instances assigned to the process P3. Now we are going to prepare the table of this. First of all, process, how many processes are there? P1, P2, P3, there are 3 processes. P1, P2 and P3. And here we will make allocation, and request. Allocation, and how many resources are there? 4 resources. Then resource R1, R2, R3, R4. Now request are what? Request R1, R2, R3, R4. Now first of all, look here, resource R1. Resource R1, 2 instances assigned to the process P2. The 2 instance is assigned to the process P2. If we if we view this table in the process wise, first look here. Here is the process P1. Process P1 hold resource R3 only. Process P1 is hold resource R3 only. No any other resource is assigned to the process P1. No any other resource assigned to process P1. That means all others are 0, 0, 0 and 0. Now look here process P2. Here look at process P2. 2 instance of resource R1 is assigned to the process P2. That means 2 instance of resource R1. Now we will see if any other are also. Look here, the process P2. 1 instance of R4 is also assigned to the process P2. 1 instance of R4 is also assigned to the process P2. And no any other resource is assigned to the process P2. Only 3. 2 of R1 and 1 of R4, and it means other are 0, 0. Now look process P3. Process P3 is assigned resource R2. Resource R2, one instance of R2 is assigned to the process P3. One instance of R2 is assigned to process P3. Now look here. Two instances of the resource R3 is assigned to process P3. Two instances of resource R3 assigned to process P3. Now look here. Two instances of R4 is also assigned to the resource process P3. And 0 instance of R4. Process P3 have holded maximum resources. One instance of R2, two instance of R3, and the two instance of resource R4 is assigned to the process P3. So this is the allocation table. Now we have to prepare the request table here. What are the request table? Now look here, process P1 is requesting to whom? Process P1 is requesting to two instances of the R1. Okay. Process P1 is also requesting to the one instance of R4. Okay. No any other request is here from process P1 side. That means these entities will be 0 and 0. Again, now consider the process P2. Process P2. One instance of process P2 is requesting to the resource R1. Now, one instance of the process P2 is requesting to the one instance of the resource R3. Now there are no any other request from process P2 side. Means this is the 0. This is 0. Now, look here, the process P3. Process P3 is requesting to two instances of resource R1. Two instances of resource R1. And now, no any other. Process P3 is also requesting to the one instance of resource R2. 0. No any other request from process P3. Now this is the resource allocation table. Right now we will look what are the availability here. Availability of the R resources R1, R2, R3 and R4. Look here, two instance of the resource R1 is available here. One instance of R2 is available here. No instance of R3 is available. No instance of R4 is available. Now, here we will look into the request table. That means current availability. We will here test which request current availability is fulfilling. 2001. Because the one request of R4, that means right now P1 request cannot be fulfilled by the current availability. Right now P2 request can also be not fulfilled by the current availability because it requires one resource of R3, but R3 availability 0. Right now 2100. This request can be fulfilled by the current availability. That means process P3 will execute and terminate. After terminating this process, all the resources which are allocated to the process P3 will be free. Then current availability will be what? Plus 0, 1, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2 and 2. Now current availability is what? 2, 2, 2. And now look here again. We will backtrack. We will test whether P1 request can be fulfilled. Yes, we can right now fulfill the P1 request because our current availability is 2222. Then after executing the P1 request, this allocated resource will be free now and P1 will execute. That means 0, 0, 1, 0. Current availability will be 2, 3, 2, 2. Right now, similarly, we will test here the process P2. Process P2 request is 1010 and availability is much more than the request. Then this will also be executed and the final availability is 2001 will be added here plus 2001 means 213, 3, 2 and 4. 4233. Here it means that system is, first of all, the system is not deadlocked state. All the process will be executed properly and the order of the execution of their P3, P1 and the P2. Another thing, what we are getting here? What we are getting here? Here we are getting 4233. Now these are the maximum instance of the resources. Look here, 4 instances of the resource R1, 2 instances of resource R2, 3 instances of resource R3 and 3 instances of the resource R4. Now this way we can find out the actual status of the system. Either system will be in deadlock state or not deadlock state. Thank you for viewing this video.